across the pavement, hoping it will cave in and swallow me whole. Wonder why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to stop.
Hey guys, Brandon here. Today I'm going to talk. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Why do we exist? I'm going to start out simply and then get a lot more deeper into it. But yeah, here's the simple answer is we are here just to exist. We are here to experience. We are here to feel the whole range of emotions, the human emotions. We are just here to exist. That's a simple answer. And if you're probably going, huh? What? But yeah, if you look at the narrative told from us, from marketing, society, our government, our parents, probably, it's you shouldn't feel that way. Feel this way. Feel this way, not that way. Kind of shaming all the negative side of emotions. You feel this, take this, do that to feel this way. Subconsciously telling us that we don't feel good enough the way we feel right now. When in reality, as human beings, we are allowed, it is our birthright to experience and feel the full range of emotions and not deny and suppress them, or else they'll boil up and we get what we get right now in these times. When they're suppressed, and now they're boiling up for everyone. Everyone's anxious, everyone's fearful. I see around, but yeah, that's what you might be experiencing at these times. So yeah, we're here to exist, to experience, to feel, touch, smell. Think of like when a child, touch, smell, taste, experience, feel everything, feel the pain, feel the joy, feel the whatever we perceive. That's why mushrooms, LSD, weed, other drugs probably, but those are the only ones I've tried, but they enhance the touch, the smell and the vision, lets you see things in a different way, a new world, or the real world, if you want to call it that, just a different world that you're not used to, which is why it's a huge shock, but it takes you back to a little bit of what we truly are, those drugs, psychedelics, the touch, the smell, the little hint of our true selves, the experience, but yeah, if you look at that like, oh, I'm just here to exist as a scapegoat, and you can keep playing video games and watching Netflix, I would add exist with awareness. Awareness is that thing in your mind that you need to exercise like a muscle, but it's that thing that says, oh yeah, I just did that again. Oh, I do that, I just did that again. Oh yeah, I do that. Asking why, and really when expanding that part, why do I do the things that you do? Oh yeah, I just did that, I just thought that, I just said that, oh, I just felt that. That awareness, exist with awareness, and which leads me to the second one, is we're here to expand, evolve, and grow. We're not here just to stay the same, to sit on the couch all day, every day. We're not here to stay stagnant. We're here to move. We're here to be mobile, movement. We're here to step out of our comfort zone into the uncomfortable, make the uncomfortable comfortable. We're here to face our demons. We're here to step into the unknown. You'll, if you're, maybe you have some memories, but when you start to, when you find you step into the unknown, an example, going out into the day with no plans at all, just into the unknown, on any day, beautiful day, rainy day, whatever, but those will be the best days. When random things come up, random people you meet, no plans at all, no expectations, those you find when you find that you can enjoy the little things a lot more when you're not expecting this great outcome, or stepping into the unknown, out of the comfort zone. We're here to expand, to move. Next one, we're here to forget and remember. Remember who we truly are. From right out of the womb, you're a baby, and as soon as that's our most authentic, pure, true selves as babies and children. But as soon as you experience a traumatic event as a child, as you perceive a traumatic event, you may be in a situation when you're a child where you have to survive and you have to suppress that trueness, the authenticity, that the feelings pretty much. You have to suppress the feelings, and then eventually you'll forget who you are until you have an awakening, like me, and you realize you suppressed those feelings, and then you have to deal with those feelings and feel them right now from the past, and then so that you can remember who you truly are. That's a macro scale, but on a micro scale, just in your growth, I wrote this chart for an awareness chart. My growth, my expansion of my awareness, expand, contract, expand, and each time you grow, as you raise your vibration, you'll get a new higher point each year, or whatever rate you go. For me, it was each year. It's like each year, realize more. My awareness, I think it's my awareness, I just grew, and then I would contract. It could also be explained in my weed addiction. Expand awareness, then a relapse. Relapse, and those can be trying to quit weed, for example, would have been, I couldn't even go one day without it. One day, but at least I'm aware and admit that I am addicted, but it's okay. As long as you're aware that you are addicted. But it would go one day, couldn't even go one day for the longest time. So, and then I could finally go a week. So I could go a week, then I'd have a week without, then I need a couple months back on. Then I could go a week on, then a month off, kind of thing, And now I'm at the point where I can go 2 to 3 weeks without, and then just one weekend, so 2 days smoking. So now the numbers have flipped severely, and now I'm aware that it lowers, it brings you to the vibration of the plant, which could be lower than my higher vibration. I'm aware of it when I'm doing it, but yeah, I think it's an important part of growth is to be aware but if you feel like you need to do it, just to be okay with doing it. It's honoring your past self. But anyways, back onto topic, off of weed. Um, yeah, we're here to forget and remember, realizing what we're identified with, so that we can, and be like, oh yeah, I was doing that, so that we can disidentify with it. But that may take 100+ times of realizing, yeah, I did that again, and growing each time, like learning how to ride a bike or something even harder that takes longer than that. Like a baby learning how to walk, like a baby learning how to do anything. Pretty much, this stuff was not taught to us from our parents, government, society, from anyone, school, so our education. So this is like, you gotta imagine this stuff, your growth of your awareness and how to changing yourself is, you gotta be really compassionate with ourselves, because yeah, you gotta look at it like we're babies in this department, pretty much. And you don't yell at a baby. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Forgetting and remember, that's a good one, a really good one. It can be applied to so many situations. But self-actualization, aka just realizing who you truly are, through the trauma, through the bullshit, through the illusions, through this matrix, and realizing who you truly are, your authentic self, realizing everything you've been identified with, your old past beliefs, the reasons why they happened, trauma being passed down, realizing everything you're identified with and attached to, everything, so that you can disidentify with it and accept it and let it go. That is the only way to let things go, is to accept that you are attached with whatever it is. Opinions, beliefs, people, emotions, thoughts, everything you are identified with this growth of awareness, you can start seeing what you're identified with, so that you can disidentify with it, all the trauma of the past, so that you can find that inner child, that that inner baby, and find the light back inside of it and bring it to you now. And you can, re-identifying with just realizing what our actual birthright, our natural state is. It's not some mischievous goal of enlightenment to get. It's just our natural birthright, of feeling light, grounded, abundant, not of lack of anything. It's just, abundance is all around us. Naturally light, not heavy, relaxed, joyful, unattached, creative, joking, realizing that everyone is you. You are everyone, and you are everything, because everything is made up of stardust from the stars. Everything is consciousness. Everything is source consciousness. Everything is God, if you will. Everything is, you are God. They're gods. They just don't see it yet. Other people haven't worked through their trauma, but their true selves is underneath there, waiting to be revealed and shown to the world. If you're facing any resistance inside you, you're probably not your authentic self. You'll notice anything that goes really big, famous, popular, any YouTuber who is or anybody who you idolize, you love them. If you ask yourself truly deeply why do you love them, it's because they are being their true authentic self. And authenticity is what sells. Authenticity is what you want to be for yourself, not for others, but for ourselves. Authenticity, our true authentic selves, that not acting in trauma, not reacting in fight or flight, stress, all the states. Authenticity is the future of self-help. And this is also called, in spirituality, being in alignment, balanced, and flow state, groundedness, just having a true going deep into the deep past of yourself, your darkest feelings, accepting them, becoming intimate with yourself, authentic with yourself, so that you can really own who you truly are, your self-actualization, identification, so that you can disidentify with it all. You can identify with it all, and you can disidentify with it all. We are not these bodies, we are not these thoughts, we are not these opinions, we are not these feelings, we are not these emotions and beliefs. We are the source consciousness behind it all, observing it all. That's the ultimate matrix. Is what we actually are, in a matrix, moving these bodies from source consciousness. And it is kind of just a game. Once you realize that, you read the negative feelings we've been avoiding, you can look at them in a different ways, not as painful, like the immediate attachment we have when we feel depressed is, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. No, I want to feel different. But when you look at it as just, oh, this body is just feeling that way, it's just sending, it's just, I'm allowed to feel these ways. This body is feeling this way. It's okay. Yeah. And once you get the hang of the authentic self, it'll be much easier to do these next steps, you'll find, naturally, because I find it hard to create when I'm not kind of in alignment. But we're here to create. We're here to create. We're here to share. We're here to help others. This create. You might automatically think and assume art like drawing, painting, whatever. No, anything can be art. Anything can. Basketball, Kobe Bryant, art. That's an art form. Anything that you create, when you create it in your authentic state, meaning it's effortless. It's not heavy. You could do it endlessly, no matter what pay or however many hours. You don't care, because you love doing it. You're very passionate about it. It's your passion, kind of maybe even your purpose, if you will. When you naturally are doing that, just because you love doing it so much, you're in the flow state while you're doing it, kind of meditating while you're doing it. Artists, tattoo artists, any artists, when they're doing it, it's a meditative state. They kind of don't focus on anything else, but it could be anything. You naturally will help others. When you automatically think help others, you might think help the homeless, help the people who are needy. No, you just focus on being your authentic self, doing what you love. And for example, Kobe Bryant, doing what he loved automatically helps others. He didn't even have to focus on the fact of helping others. It just came by focusing on what he loved in that flow state. For this can be literal, like me, videoing and helping others like this, which is what I think I'm here for. But it can be, if you truly love being a mechanic, if you truly love doing anything as an art form, doing anything, working a trade, whatever it is, you will automatically, by doing that in the flow state, will be helping others subconsciously, even just by doing it will be helping others around you subconsciously. For the lucky person out there who gets to just kind of do nothing, and that is their flow state. Everything just comes to them while they're here. They'll be helping others. Everyone is here for a reason and no reason at all, but a reason for sure. But which leads to the last one. They're all related and interlinked, but freedom, self-actualization, freedom. We're here to be free of our thoughts, free of our fears, free of lack. We're here to be abundant, freedom to do whatever it is you want to do. Now, now when I say whatever you want to do, you might think, okay, well, I can just do that, but then you can just go and murder someone. You can just stay on the couch and play video games all day. But when you are not being authentic, you will face resistance in resistance via anxiety, depression, and all those perceived negative emotions when you're not being authentic. So you might see our advantage is to be free to do whatever we want. Little do we know what we actually want to do under it, and what actually is being free is when we are our authentic selves. Our authentic selves doesn't actually want to murder people. We don't want to hurt people. Because when we hurt others, you're just hurting yourself. It's a reflection. So when I say do whatever you want, when you're authentic, you can do whatever you want, because whatever you want is, actually helping others. We all want to help others, whether you admit it or not. Whether you're aware of this, it's a universal fact, I believe. We all want to help others, whether you admit it or not. It's scientifically proven, I think, probably that it feels good, but you shouldn't do it to feel good, to get something. You should be doing it out of your creativity, your passion, your joy, and it will naturally help others. But yeah, freedom to do whatever, to go wherever you want out of fear, out of freedom, and not fear, which is why they say fear leads you to freedoms, because when you go into the unknown, into fear, step into fear, into the unknown, you kind of see that why you shouldn't. There's nothing to be afraid of anyways, and the fear goes away, and then you're free of that fear, and then you feel a lot lighter. You feel a lot lighter. I think that's it for this one so far, guys. feel like I could talk about this chart for a long time. Just some of these things I drew, you know, the good and the bad and the good. There's good in every bad situation. There's a positive. There's the universe is guiding you to whatever you need to learn, whatever you need to the best thing for you. There's a positive in every bad situation, and in every good situation there could be bad, you know. Whenever anyone thinks they're doing good, you know, there could be a bad situation, the good and the bad, and the bad and the good. And then the infinite symbol, because we are infinite, you know, with source consciousness, but even more so, this is our spiritual or our kind of cycle, if you will, of awakening. But it goes here. Let's see if we can get in here. But so we kind of down here, depressed, and then we find, say, spirituality or any kind of self-help, mental health, whatever it is, therapist, psychologist, but then we find this kind of to be positive loop, and then we think, oh, only positive thoughts, yeah, life is good, but then those negative feelings will continue that we suppress because we're not allowing ourselves to feel the full range and accept that we're feeling the full range of emotions, and figuring out why we're feeling them from our past. They'll bubble up until we realize it's time to deal with them, or however you'll naturally deal with them. Some people don't need this path. They'll just get their downloads another way. They're here for a different purpose. But for me, it's quite literal. I deal with them, the traumatic past, literally. And then you figure out how, and then you go this down here, because you're dealing and accepting your whole self, all those negative feelings and emotions, triggers, pain body attacks from our past. And then you can, once you come out of that process, you'll arrive right here, right in the center. But you can go through this cycle on a daily, weekly. Some gurus, even I've heard, they go through this, they're stuck right here in the positive vibes only kind of for years and years. Or you can be stuck down here, but you can go through this, you know, on a daily, on a yearly, every year, you know, you go through this. Oh, a trigger comes up, yep, deal with it, and then positive, and then back up to here. Here is where we want to be, balanced. Yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Hope it helped. Yes.
It will cave and swallow me whole. Wonder why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there.